my son's hockey practice today. He had a game yesterday against, I think, Logan Lake, and they won 12-1. So he's in practice today. Just chilling here, guys. And I don't know what's happening. I know Ontario's put itself into full lockdown. Quebec is making mandatory 3 jabs. Mandatory three jabs to be recognized as fully juiced, right? So what's everyone up to, folks? It is happy Monday to everybody out there. Again, just dropped off my son here at the at the local rink for him and his practice. Get your name out there so I know you're watching. And guys, I want to start getting more waves of first-time callers in the show, or people that haven't called in a while. It's time to get more callers in the show, get more perspectives. I'm not asking people to come on to be like a full-time guest and call on all the time like we do with our guests. I'm asking if you want to call in and just state a point and then move on. You could do that. People don't need to call into Mike in the Night and stick around for 30 minutes if they don't want to, right? So, gonna get some heat going here, man. Get some heat going. Hope everybody's doing well in La Land. My voice is squeaky to call in, says Muzzle Flash. Oh, give me a break, Muzzle Flash. I've known you for years now. Micro Corbaja saying, hey Mike, how are you, my brother? It's Mito Corbaja. Carbaja. Man, I need to get glasses, guys. So yeah, I'm just chilling here. What more can I say? Top billin'. Jimmy is asking, how's it going? Don't have a clue how I got the notification. What do you all discuss? Oh no, this is just kind of talking about the BS that's going on and being very limited on what we say. If you want to watch a real show, buddy, Jimmy, if you want to watch a real show, go watch the last episode of Mike in the Night on Odyssey, 3-hour show. All people calling in. We've been doing a call-in show now for 4.5-5 years across the Commonwealth, and I've been connecting the dots across Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and Canada, and the United States of America. Just watching what's happening, and they're deplatforming or destroying all the English-speaking countries to go down, with South America, Central America, Africa, and all the other continents to go down, right? All right, folks, I got some wind blowing in my face here. Let me just adjust this here. What a day, what a day. All right, so, okay, cool. Link. Jimmy, you got to go to, one of my last video on the channel that's not live. Go to the last video, and you'll see a link to, I did a video about middle class getting wiped out. It's just it was a recall video, basically covering from the last 5 years of the patterns of videos that we already done of the middle class getting wiped out. So we have the archive to show that this is something we've been talking about here on this channel for many years. This is not like 2 weeks and bandwagon like Joe Rogan. Oh, whoa, look what's happening here. Let's talk to George Norrie now. It's like, you guys have millions that follow you, and then now you are, I guess, stating what is fact that's been fact for years. Jeez. Anyways. Okay, so what is going? Okay, someone said something. Mike. Okay, whoa. Mike Martins, check out the short Neil Oliver interview discussing how Trudeau is demonizing other Canadians, trying to get them to turn on them. Yeah, we covered that on Mike in the Night, 4 Mike in the Nights in a row, guys. Where we played that video where the Trudeau government was calling unvaccinated people racist, misogynist, hate group. We covered that already. We had people calling in about that, so we were on that a while back now. Mike, our records show you're Sane, and you haven't tried our experimental cocktail yet. Jimmy says, K, I will. I just subbed. The universe brought me here for something. Thanks. Jimmy, you don't know what you're in for, man. You have no idea. This channel has been banned from YouTube 3 times. I've been struck down 9 times. My first channel with 36,000 subs was taken down in 2012 because I was covering the enormous takeover of money launderers coming in from China and taking over the city of Vancouver and taking over all the big cities in Australia, New Zealand, UK, Ireland, everywhere, parking their money all over the Commonwealth. Middle class getting wiped out. So creepy. Buy my house. No traffic, no kids playing in the street. Everybody sick and scared. Yep. Oh, we got Mighty Motive 1982 in the house. How you doing, buddy? There's Muzzle Flash welcoming Jimmy to the channel. Oh, we're a tight-knit community. We've been here for years. We've been, I don't know how to say it, but we've been a focus group for years, right? So, I spoke to the Raven yesterday. He's doing fine, but he's got a few family issues that he's taking care of right now. So, few personal issues. I'm kind of happy he's not working right now, that he quit his job. Kind of happy he's taking care of bigger things. So, we got Alfred in the house. It is Western G20 countries whose head they put in the guillotine. That's correct. CJ saying, hello, everyone still waiting to afford a house. No, housing's way beyond middle class affordability. You got to have mid six-figure income anywhere in the Commonwealth. Even the blue states in America, you still need a six-figure income to get into anything. Evening, brother Mike. Do you think Sugar Daddy Trudeau and Sugar Hill Gang will go to full socialists with UBI? I don't think they have much of a choice, because a lot of the working middle class already can't afford to eat. So they're going to have to do some sort of universal basic income. I don't take any of that stuff. I don't take any of the CERB. I don't take any of that money, because I want to be able to freely leave the country with no hindrance, safe passage without any hindrance, not owing anything to the federal, provincial, municipal governments, right? So I don't want to be on the hook for something like student loans. Student loans was the biggest scam on earth. Then you got that stupid hill dog Clinton. Oh, you make an extra $1 million if you have a student loan, if you get a degree. UBI won't make food cheaper. That's correct, but they're trying to make everybody, afford it. So, anyways, they're having a closed door meeting with no media right now. Right now, as we are talking in Canada, I know Australia had a closed door meeting with no media. Hold on. So it would have been there. It would have been their Monday. It was yesterday. It would have been their Monday. Australia too had a closed door meeting of what's going on or what they want to, I guess, move forward with, right? So what they want to move forward with, right? So guys, I am outside the stadium here. I can't go inside because I'm not jabbed. My son's playing hockey. My son's not jabbed either because he's underage. So I gotta wait out here for an hour. So I just thought, I'm gonna talk to my friends, our community here, and see what's going on. I really appreciate everybody being part of this. Yeah, last Mike in the Night was good. This Wednesday is gonna be a good one. It's only a 2-hour show, so I'm gonna try and get some 10-minute call-ins and get as many call-ins as possible. I want everyone to add me on Skype. Okay? I want people to call into Mike in the Night. I want people to be part of the show. I want every voice to be heard, okay? Because it's important that we be heard, right? So, okay, UBI will make food cheaper. Thanks for the welcome. Sounds like I'm glad to be here. I'm in the USA, California. We're specific, but sounds like we're in the same book myself. Maybe different pages, but same book. Mad. Love y'all. So, Jimmy, you're in California. See, California is a very special state because California was actually selling out to money launderers and a good place to park money since 1984. Yeah. So, California was one of the first havens to park your money for money launderers. was 1984. They were bringing in wealthy investors from Russia, China, and I think Indonesia, and I think where else? Hong Kong and a couple of other places were bringing in wealthy investors in the early 80s. And then in the early 2000s, California was printing off brochures only in Mandarin and Cantonese to come and buy pre-builts in California and buy houses and advertising in Cantonese and Mandarin only. Seattle started doing that back in 2015, 2016, when Seattle wanted to get more money in, more laundered, more drug money in, right? So it's been going on for New York, too. New York is pretty much an autonomous region of China, and that's become a huge issue because the middle class can't, the American middle class, Canadian middle class, whatever, they can't keep up with fentanyl drug money laundering. They can't do it. They can't keep up with it, right? So that's become a major issue. And that's why the middle class has nowhere to go but down or out. And that's why, you know, we've coined the term here on the channel, working poor. Everyone's going to be working poor in the next 5 to 10 years, where you're not, even if you're making a decent income, you just can't get by anymore. You're going to have to beg, right? Oh, yeah. 3-year-old Amber Suarez of Argentina suffered cardiac arrest one day after getting the whiskey shot minus the whiskey. Pergroso is saying, I have heard they're going to mandate everything soon. Yes, they are. In Quebec, they're mandating liquor store and government-sold marijuana. And I think Australia, Northern Australia is in total lockdown, so you can't even leave your house if you're unjuiced. So you can't go anywhere in Northern Australia if you're not juiced. So that's the problem with Northern Australia. So I told you this last year. They're going to have to get gophers to go for stuff for me. Go for this, go for that. You heard Burger King employee cashier got killed this weekend for robbery? No, I didn't, Low Roller Scratcher. Did you know her? Get some rice, bunker down inside. Get some canned beans too, eh? Yeah, we have to move out of the city. Everyone get the hell out of the city. And if you're in California, New York, Oregon, and Washington State, I highly recommend that you get out before the midterm elections. I'm not playing games. I told you Amerifornia was going to come. Now look at the situation the Americans are in right now. So, well, if you're a young Canadian, I guess you have to move. You have to move. Owning property here becoming impossible. It's completely impossible. You could go into the sticks and buy an acre of land for 200 grand. You could go down to Central Florida and buy an acre of land for 2 grand. Don't make me show you, because there's thousands of plots for 2 grand, an acre of land. As a cross-border trucker in Shinada, they are going. Oh, what's that? Hold on. They are going ahead with the poison mandate to cross on January 15th. Now I'm a local driver. Oh, okay. So Mighty Motive is no longer crossing the border as a driver anymore. How long will the real pandemic last? The fentanyl crisis. You know what? That fentanyl crisis, the problem is the government never shut down the fentanyl crisis we had. Well, the government, what a lot of people started doing was getting mad at China. Because what happened was Chinese gangs in the Shenzhen province and factories were producing the fentanyl, bringing it over through ports in California, a port in Seattle, and a port in Vancouver, Canada. What happened was I think the Canadian government is like, you gotta really slow it down a bit, because we're wiping out hundreds of thousands of people per year, literally dying from this. So the Chinese government agreed to move the chemicals to make the fentanyl and all the drugs to Mexico. So Mexico manufactures the drugs there in Chinese-owned chemical plants in the state of Baja California, Tijuana area there, in that area there. So in like, I wouldn't say, yeah, Baja California area, they have a couple of plants there about 90 miles from the 90 miles from the American border, and that's where they're getting that stuff there. So and then now the drugs are being made in Mexico, and they're being moved into the United States. So the Chinese are trying to get off the hook from this whole fentanyl murder sweep they did since 2010. I mean, they flooded the streets with fentanyl and opioids and all kinds of shit that was wiping out entire families were getting wiped out from this, right? So that's another major issue we're dealing with here. And America's finally waking up to the fentanyl crisis. They're getting anywhere from 3,000 to 7,000 deaths a month that they're allowing to report. I think it's more than that. I mean, we're talking huge numbers. We had one summer in Vancouver in 2021. We had almost 2,000 people die in one month. More than all of COVID in all of Canada. In like 10 months, 20 months of COVID. Yeah. So this is a big deal. This is something they've been attacking us with, right? You heard Uncle Sam going after people making where did that go? You heard Uncle Sam going after people making $600 a year. They target PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and other. If just raise tax for the poor, just like us. That's right. The government is real as a real virus. Go to Pensacola, Florida. Guys, I would love to live in America, but I already tried getting my citizenship by the book. Had a big corporation sponsor me. I was going to be a technical director for 2 major production facilities down in South Florida. And I paid $5,000 to get all the paperwork done. I had a lawyer. I had to make sure I wasn't stealing an American's job. What a huge process. And then they declined me. Civilian governments have adopted the military concept of enforcing often even unnecessary rules and regulations in the interest of good order and discipline. Public servants who? How many people they come from New York? How many people they come from? Well, that's New York State, right? That's that's inside the same country, right? So people from New York, I'm in Canada, right? So absolutely, that's the year I was born, 84. That's where I started digging and been completely indulged since uncovered so much corruption is worldwide and deeply involved with almost everything. Yep. Yeah, Jimmy, you know what? 84 was a good year for movies. 84, I think you had Trading Places, Back to the Future. I think Ghostbusters. 84 was a really good year for movies, by the way. Beverly Hills Cop, I think, was 84. Anyways, I don't want to go too far off topic. Why is there a lot of people from New York? Well, that's just people that voted Democrat, and then now they want to go to a Republican state now because it's ruined. They want the best, but they're just ruining it for everybody else. Mike, why not move back to Portugal? Well, not right now. Portugal is in a dire straits right now themselves. They got good weather and nice buildings and beautiful country. No garbage anywhere. It's like organized. But I'm going to wait. Your wife can come in America since she is not white. Your wife can petition to come in the USA. Yeah, my wife is Filipina. Yeah, she could. I think there's a way for her to come in and petition for me to come in, right? Yeah, it's true. Pierre Gross is saying you're stuck wherever you're at. You are. Like, we're stuck. The problem is, yeah, the cost of living is much cheaper. Pensacola gets really cold there. It depends where you are too, right? I still know a few people who didn't take it though. Good. That's important, guys. It's important that we inform each other. It's important that we look out for each other because there's a war on every front, man. Big pharma, government, mainstream media. Is your wife's family okay? Yeah, my wife's family was not affected by that. She's on an island, Palilio Island, so it wasn't nowhere near this time where she is. AOC, occasional cortex got COVID. Well, she better take her booster and the flu shot. Jimmy Diamond says economy best in years. Yeah, hold on, let me fart. Bette Midler said the same thing too. Bette Midler says the greatest economic year since Biden took office. Mike, do you ever feel the government tracks you because you speak the truth? I really don't give a rat's ass what the government does. They want to track me, go ahead. Go ahead and track me. You know what I'm saying? I'm forming an opinion, okay? And the government's probably forming an opinion. We'll show him an opinion. No, I'm forming an opinion. Because there's somebody in my town that I opened a business similar to that was part of the Community Futures Small Business Recruit. He was part, and when I opened my store, he came in and harassed me and my family and threatened me and my family many times. They created entire websites, like, I don't know, 2 websites about me, calling me the merit molester, attacking me and my family everywhere we go, writing fake cease and desists, suing me for opening a business. Okay? Every time I went to the police says, oh, he would always give me the finger, tell me off every time he see me, or tell off my wife. I went to the police and said many times on video footage, look, he's threatening me in the pharmacy. Look, he's threatening me in my store. Look, he's threatening me. No, that's forming an opinion. Oh, now I'm forming a goddamn asshole opinion now. Because forming opinions are a two-way street, right? Is there plenty of rural areas? And Canada, this is the problem, Shane, with Canada. You have rural areas. They're expensive and there's no jobs because everyone's left the cities back in the 2015. What America's going through right now with Amerifornia is what we went through back in 2010 through. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK have been going through what America's going through now. We went through it back in 2010. And we're still continuously going through. We're getting stripped right down. Just heard that China had an outbreak of Ebola, well, whatever. China's full of shit. Jimmy saying, shoot, you'd be better off coming illegally. With a fraudulent administration, you'd probably get paid. Wish I was just kidding. But yeah, no, when I was doing my paperwork, my lawyer there in the States in Florida, he says, is there any way you could go to, he asked me, is there any way I could go to Haiti, stay a couple of weeks, destroy all my information, fly back in from Haiti into Miami, and then state that I'm a Haitian and I am looking for refugee or whatever. You know, that was like the easiest way for me to get even though there's a company sponsoring me, I'm doing everything by the book. He says through Haitian, through a Haitian citizenship is easier to go through. There's a lot of good fishing spots near me. There's a lot of lakes beside me. There's about 150 lakes within 7-mile radius of me. Literally, they're everywhere. Yeah, Bruce is saying people are fleeing farmland. AOC has her Abula living in a house that got trashed by the hurricane, then turned down donations. Now karma is abuela. Okay, karma is a bee. Yeah. Yeah, no, going into the States and doing immigration by the book, it's very tough. It's very, 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 very tough. Very hard to it's just not easy. It's not easy to get into the United States. If you're of European descent or Caucasian descendants, it's forget it. You have a better chance at. New Zealand just announced a major credit system overhaul to try to push house prices down, making the loan process is a nightmare. Now, what they're going to do is when they underwrite those deals, I've seen some deals underwritten. I used to be an underwriter. I used to be an underwriter for a big company, big mortgage company. I used to underwrite deals. So when I would look at a deal and say, okay, send this back to the lender. The lender, send me 2 more years of notice of assessments, or send me 5 years of pay stub. Send me this and I'll approve the deal. Right? And good underwriters are hard to find and they're tough. And I was a forensic underwriter. I would go in and underwrite specific deals on paper to kind of feel them out, to make sure it's not going to fall apart in 6 months, to make sure that the borrower isn't going to lose everything, right? What happens when 5G gets turned on? Who knows, man. New Zealand just announced a major credit system over. We got that. Mike, what happened to your wiper situation? What was the issue? Oh, on the car, what happened was the fuse was fried. So the fuse was kind of almost fully, it was semi-melted. Pulled it out, there was a spare, put the spare in and it works fine. Oh, the wipers in the car. I was so mad. Couldn't drive the car home. Stranded in the snow. Because you can't drive without wipers, right? So. Yeah, it's like 0 degrees right now, 0 centigrade. It's gonna be plus 5 centigrade tomorrow. So all the snow is gonna start turning into complete water. 5G radiation is what's making everybody sick. Yeah, we did a 5G on Mike in the Night. I think it was episode 175 or 180. We did a 5G show. I'm just trying to think what Mike in the Nights we talked. We talked quite a bit about 5G back in 2018. But make sure you guys catch episode 400. I think it's 411 of Mike in the Night. It was a good one. It was a decent Mike in the Night. Decent Mike in the Night. I think it's worth watching. 408 is where the money's at. Yeah, the loser of 2016 presidential election has Haiti set up since way back, probably why it's easier to enter from there now. Well, no, the Clinton Foundation donated $16,000 to Haiti when they had the Haiti Foundation, the Clinton Foundation. Yeah, it was back in, what was it, in 2019? They realized that she only donated $16,000 to the Haitian Foundation. I think I donated more money to the women's battered shelter in Vancouver than that. I think I was even in the newspaper. Donated several $1,000s to the women's battered shelter every Christmas, right? Yeah, the losers of 2016 presidential election has Haiti set up, and then it's a microwave weapon. Yeah, it is. 5G is they know it's harmful. They're not dumb. The governments. That's why the governments are involved. You see, that's why the government. The 5G is federalized at a government level. That's why it needs to be approved by governments, because the 5G needs to be approved by governments because the companies or the internet providers and systems like that don't want to be on the hook for frying people. So it's through government approval. So if something happens, well, you go to the government and you take it up with your local government. Your local government tells you to go to hell. So you don't have, we have, I think, 76,000 people in Canada that have applied for some sort of injury from the juice. And only 2 people got, we covered this on Mike in the Night 2 weeks ago, that only 2 people got some sort of reprimand or some sort of payment. 2 people. That's it. I just saw that. What do you think about the AMC and GameStop fiasco? You know what? I never touched that crap. Yeah, I buy and sell stock. Right now, I'm in a sea of red. I'm not going to lie. I'm not always green. I'm in a sea of red right now. I'm like, just put it away. But the AMC, it's, you know what it is? It's what, that stuff is what the banksters and the organized criminal banksters have been doing for years. They've been organizing meetings on the back end and saying, okay, we're going to pump and we're going to dump this stock. We're going to short this stock. We're going to pump this stock. We're going to dump this stock. We're going to short this stock. And they'd organize all their money and they'd do it at the same time. You see what? So they've been doing it for years, these people. Now you got these guys on Reddit or whatever, and they made a group. That's fine. I just saw that if you want to go to a concert in Boston, you have to wear 3 masks. 3. How the hell can anyone enjoy a concert like that? People are selling their tickets. 3 masks. Mass misinformation. 3 masks? What if you just put a boot in your face? I don't know if you guys remember that video I did with Mickey Mouse. Masks stay on. That was a good video. Okay. Well, if World War III is coming, those uranium stocks are going to skyrocket. But that's one investment I hope fails. I will not comply, says Silver Wolf. 3, bro. 3 masks. Yeah, I know. Who would ever want to go to a sports event with a mask on? Never mind a mask. 3. 3 masks. Oh. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing well out there in cyberland. Hope everyone's keeping their sanity. Guys, keep your sanity. I wanted to say something today. I was going to make an independent video on it, but I'll just say it now. The pendulum is swinging back, guys. Governments are in fear, especially what's happening in Kazakhstan. Governments are in total fear. Governments don't know how much they could put, how much longer they could push the status quo. They have everything on their sides, but no one's buying it. That's why we started the movement here 2.5 months ago on the channel. F you, I took two. Hopefully more and more people that took two juices could realize that, hey, I think I'm going to join this movement because I'm done with this juice. I'm done juicing myself. Hey, what's up, Shane? High anxiety right now. This is why Trudeau is having this meeting today. Yeah, closed doors, behind closed doors, no media meeting. And they're going to be talking about going after social media people like myself. You know, I've been around since 2010, right? I've been around before Rebel News. I've been around before many of these outlets came out. And I was very spot on. 6 years ago, I remember making a video, I gotta look for it, where I said the number one thing that worries me about humanity is transhumanism, changing us, making us into something we're not. And I went into transhumanism and how it's evolving, and how transhumanism will destroy the human cycle, and how transhumanism will take us off spirituality and make us into slugs, slugging around the earth, right? They won't back down or walk back anything. They're all in. I get it, but it's falling apart. Are you buying it? I haven't bought it since day one. We need to bring attention to Trudeau's underage sex scandal. They won't back down. Let's see who else is talking here. Yeah, grid going down is something we talked about back in 2017, 2018. We kind of touched base with it in 2020 and 2021. I call it electricity rationing, and they're going to use that in the name of climate change to save your life. They're going to save your life, and that's why I've been putting up solar panels and wind. I'm going to order a wind turbine because it's really windy in my area. So I'll get a lot of wind in my area, and I could get 400 watts an hour just out of one turbine. The next step, the orchestrated cyber attack, and then the big city rioting following more weather attacks. Jimmy saying, nope, never bought it. Numbers never lined up. Numbers don't make any sense. It's all a bunch of garbage. People should be scrambling, come together in communities, combine resources and secure water sources, and start growing food together. You see, the problem with Canada is a big country. It's very vast. You get up on a plane and you take off out of Vancouver. You don't see lights till you hit Calgary. Okay? And that's very far by plane. You don't see lights from there till you hit Saskatoon, and you don't see lights till you hit Winnipeg. There's lots of land you pass over. Lots of untouched land. Lots. Unfortunately, we have something in Canada called Crown Land. The Queen of England owns it. We can't touch it. Australia has Crown Land, and I think New Zealand has Crown Land. So if you think we got independence from the British, we didn't. That's why I want the Americans to come here and take us out, or take out our system. I wish the American governance smartened up and started giving back the people and following the Constitution, and come and take us out. Come and free us. Just come and, you know, take us out. I've been getting educated on the subject. OpenSea seems to be the place for NFTs. Enough of this twaddle. Says, love your show. Love your show and all effort, bro. Those shows with Porno Pete making a fool out of himself was pure greatness. Yeah, he's talking about Porno Pete from Mike in the Night. That's one of our guests that we get on the show that calls in. If you guys want to get into Porno Pete and what's happening, you got to go back to episode 400 of Mike in the Night on Odyssey. We play 5 minutes of an Odyssey show, like a Mike in the Night on YouTube. In 5 minutes, we'll be shut down off of YouTube. I'm double dosed due to work, not by choice, and I have the flu, no big deal. Well, I really hope God hears you. It's not a big deal, because a lot of people getting sick from this. Not getting boosters. F you, I took 2. Just say. The Russians and the Chinese will probably take out your system and replace it, but probably a worse system. Yeah, they did that. Russia did that in Eastern Poland, where they took out the existing infrastructure that was there after World War II and just put a piece of crap system in there. The Russians did that. It was pretty bad. Hey, Niggin Toronto. Engine Toronto. Immunity from the clot supposed to drops 80% in 1 month. Haha. And that's relative reduction. La Quinta Columa talked about the Hydra. The Hydra. RTSC, that's the platform for buying NTFs. All who took 2 are renewing their membership soon. LOL. You signed up now? Yeah. Just call the twaddle and sub my channel. By the way, I really feel what you said about just being in your own bubble, yeah? Watching older movies. I only take in older entertainment from better times. Yeah, me too. I watch movies like Trading Places, Teen Wolf, all kinds of stuff like that. I watch it with my kids sometimes, you know? Beverly Hills Cop, The Golden Child, Mad Max, Thunderdome, you know? Reservoir Dogs, Train Spotting, Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. We don't have a lot of time left. It depends how you see it. Yep, big stuff going on here with truckers here in Niagara Falls in the next 72 hours. Not sure if it's true, but scary for supply chain here. Yeah, Beverly Hills Ninja is good too. Thankfully, I have really nice home gym. That's good. Yeah, guys, I'm not a doctor or anything, but just be very wary when they're offering you something for free, because if they wanna save lives, they could provide insulin to diabetics that can't afford to buy insulin and die every year. Tens of thousands, millions of people die every year because they can't afford to buy insulin. So the ones who took it are trying to punish us for not taking it. Yeah, that's going to go on for years, though. Why are people still having kids? Because having kids changes your life. I have 3 kids, and it's changed my life entirely. I had kids late in life, but I mean, it took me forever to find a woman that could put up with me, and then it took me a while to find a woman that doesn't care about my looks, right? They could do so much other stuff, but why are we forcing this garbage? Yeah, they could. There's many ways to save lives. Truckers embargoed the whole state of Colorado for abusing a trucker's rights. They will shut this whole mother effer down if you try to force anything. Yeah. Will China help stop this COVID? Nope. Martin's you in the falls, like Niagara Falls? No. Graphene oxide, thank you. Yeah, the graphene oxide is powerful stuff. Very potent, man. I don't even know why that would be put into humans. That's crazy shit, man. Forget looks. It's hard to find a woman that's sane. Your boy playing house league. Yeah, my son's playing hockey right now. He had a hockey game yesterday. I couldn't watch it, so I had a friend come down. Um, my wife's friend come down and film it live for us on Facebook. So we watched the game on Facebook Live. Really Hurts 923 saying this stream was randomly recommended. Who is this guy? Buddy, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just joined. Lots of people randomly recommending this while the stream is being randomly recommended by YouTube. Ugh. Yeah, if you guys want to watch real programming and you're just joining the stream, go to Odyssey and type in Mike in the Night. Watch the last episode from last Saturday. We do 2 episodes of Mike in the Night every week. We've been doing Mike in the Night since 2016. Call-in show. It's a call-in show. People call in from all across the Commonwealth. I've been kicked off of YouTube 3 times. I've been struck down, and then had to wait for my channel to come back 9 times. I don't even know 9 people, and I got struck, and I got taken down 9 times. That's how I found this place here 3 years ago. Says Papa Pissed. It's Mike Martins from Canada. But is this jab the 6? Soylent Green. Soylent Green's people. Okay? Get over it. YouTube picks and chooses who they strike. Oh no, but I'm severely shadow banned. Someone's saying Novak, Devonix, visa controversy damaging on all fronts. Now can play tennis. Australia are saying BS and BS more. But you saw, guys, listen. Yeah, crazy, right to me. Seems level-headed and cool. Subbed. Thanks, Jimmy. Guys, listen. Australia was having this problem. Okay, remember the last Mike in the Night? I played like an 11-minute video and I was talking over it, and we were talking about how 2019 was the year of the protest. Like almost the entire planet was protesting in 2019. You had this Gilles de Jean in France. You had the guys over in Hong Kong. But then you had Libya, Syria, Egypt, Brazil, Argentina. You had everywhere protesting. Cost of living was going up. They shut everything down in 2020. They pulled the trigger on a pandemic. Now, we talked about this in the summer of 2019. The Raven asked me live. You can watch the thing, the video, it's there. In 2019, he asked me, Mike, what do you see them doing now? And I said, well, they're either going to go to a hot war or they're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic. They have no other way out of this right now. That's what they painted themselves into a corner. Now, look at it. They pulled the trigger on a pandemic. Now, they might have to allude to hot war. Stock up on all essentials, says Silver Wolf. Yeah, guys, make sure you get a lot of bags, garbage bags too. Bags are important for disposing waste too. I noticed that when I was out of water for 3 weeks here, when we had that big flood, I noticed that bags for disposal are very important. That's one thing I noticed. Shots for life, woo! Says Papa Pissed. Hugo the Earn. How you doing, buddy? Don't pay taxes. Government will soon care. I thought it was 8. Graphene plus 5G equals death. Yep, everyone's connected to the dots. Trudeau bought 10 jabs per every Canadian. I think he bought 93 million vaccines from Pfizer. He announced that Pfizer stock went up 14% the next day when he announced that he bought 90 million shots. So that is very important to keep in mind, especially when a lot of people have a financial say in the situation, right? Okay, who else is talking here? Bags of time, dust, never know how many bodies will need treatment. What else we got here? Everyone will in time. All right. Welcome to the family, Jim. Oh, Jim just joined the family. Thanks, buddy. Welcome to the family. Having kids is a blessing from God. If you look under a microscope, every atom is trying to reproduce and spread information. That's right. That's why I have 3 kids. They're young, but I still have 3 kids, and it's completely transformed my whole life. You guys were watching me on YouTube before I even had kids. Silver Roof 5 companies have trials using DNA baseline COVID vaxes. Woo! So Papa Pissed is here. Everyone's joining. Just out here. Can't go inside because I'm not vaccinated, so I'm kind of stuck out here. Yeah, kids keep you moving and motivated. That's right. Record high migrant detentions for U.S. Mexico border. How to fix. I am angry about it. American women don't want to have kids. No, here's the deal, guys. The American-Mexican border situation has been happening since pretty much the beginning of World War II. So it's not old. It's been happening for many years, right? And when the second and the third world starts to fall, guess what happens? They come to the first world for a better life, right? First time watching show, very interesting. We'll watch again. Hugo, go to Odyssey. ODYSEE. Go to Odyssey. Type in Mike in the Night. Go watch the last episode with Collins. I talk a lot. Listen to the Collins that call in. Huge headlines. We say it how it is there. Here, we're very muffled or muzzled or very censored here on YouTube. Go watch the last... Man, if you want entertainment, start watching Mike in the Night from episode 400 on Odyssey, and go and keep watching every episode to 411, where we're at right now, if you want to catch up. Soon, anyone who didn't get their third dose will be unvaxxed. One of us. Yeah, their game is over here, around here. Everyone I know. Anyways, no one is complying. Only the TV, social media portray a different picture. Yeah, again, social media, it's like Canada Immigration Services. They tell you that there's nobody of this culture immigrating into your country. You go outside, everybody's living in everybody from that culture they say that doesn't live in your country is everywhere. So it's really weird. They are vaccinating kids age 5. So here's the problem with that now. If you go to Canada, Stats Canada, from Canada, Government of Canada website, you go there, you type in COVID, ages 0 to 39. 2 people across Canada in 22 months died of COVID. 2 in 22 months, or 24. No, it was 24. It's 22 months. 2 now. More are, because you know why. You know why they're dying now, right? We can't talk about this here. It's on Odyssey. Wish you were here on YouTube Saturday nights. We miss you. Don't really want to be the Odyssey. Don't want to do the Odyssey thing. We know how much you are worried about the YouTube censor crap. Oh no, lost together forever. No, I can't. I every time I go on YouTube, they flagged my video down with no audio. I'm not scared. They just keep flagging me down. How expensive are Canadian grocery stores now, Mike? It's pretty pricey. It's not cheap. It's you're looking at, to feed my family for the week, you're probably looking at $300, $400, $500 for a good set of groceries, like some good meat, some good bacon, some ham, maybe two dozen eggs, some milk. Yeah. So many cases are false positive. You got that right. 1995. Whoa, that's too fast there. 1995, French doctor talks about liquid crystal vaccines that turn people into zombies. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Uncovering Canada's buried past on the ground. The story of thousands of Indigenous children forced to residential schools in Canada. Then we needed you tonight. So much going on. There is. It's phenomenal. They're having these closed-door meetings all over. Australia had one yesterday, which would be 2 days ago our time. Then I think it was New Zealand had a closed-door meeting about 2 weeks ago with no media allowed. And I think what's happening is the pendulum is swinging back and no one's buying this shit anymore. So now they got to figure out what they're going to do going forward. So are they going to pull a false first contact? Are they, because we've been talking about a first contact. Are they going to stage a first contact? Oh, people are here from Alpha Centauri to visit us. What are they going to do? Pull the trigger on a hot war? Pull the trigger on another pandemic? What are they going to do, right? Bread lines, foods for vax. Yeah, lots of bread lines. Every time I drive by here, the food bank, lots of people standing outside the food bank. Twaddle, Mike, does it avoid strikes? The history of Canada covers the period from the arrival of the Paleo Indians in North America. Odyssey gets heated language. Oh yeah, Odyssey is off the hook. What the hell? Trudeau and his bank accounts. Ricky Spanish is sending me photos. Young, work hard and reap the fruits of your labor, and find a decent woman with morals and integrity who can contribute towards your goal and build a stable family and move from Canada as soon as possible. Stock up. I thought you just said it was YouTube muting his videos, but maybe I'm mistaken. No, it's YouTube that mutes my video. It's YouTube that shuts me down. It's YouTube. It's Odyssey is fine. Some news station are worried Australia not watching the news. Yeah, that's correct. But the problem is the people working in the news stations are not off the hook. The people working on the news stations are just as complacent as the people in the big pharma, the people in the governments, the people in the provincial level, municipal levels, all the different levels. They're all on the hook for this. There's no such thing, well, I was taking orders to keep my job. Bullshit. Yeah, YouTube is BS. Albert Pike's 1873 letter to the three world wars described, and the third as an alien invasion. Yeah, YouTube mutes his videos. YouTube shuts off comments on my videos. Good. Enough of this twaddle. You need to call into Mike in the Night, and I'll promote your channel too. Call in on Mike in the Night on Odyssey. Add me on Skype, Mike Martins, MikeMartins, 1980 on Skype, Mike Martins, 1980. You could call in. We got lots of people calling in from all over the Commonwealth. So if you speak English, call into this show. Yeah. I wonder if they're getting out now. Let me see what time it is now. 10 minutes to go. Mike, MSM got 100% tax relief because they are doing it hard in Australia. Will all churches require the QR code to enter? I don't think so. I don't think the real churches, the real devout followers of Christ won't need the mark of the beast to get in. Oh, good, you're in Texas. Good. All my exes live in Texas. Government lie, not true on vaccine and the rent money. Hold on, and the rent money. More issues in New Zealand and Australia. So are they releasing RoboCops? No, they're releasing those dogs made by Boston Dynamic with those guns on the back. We covered that on Mike in the Night, I don't know, like 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, where these dogs have these big proton packs behind them, and they go around barking orders to people to stay away from each other and not talk about what's actually happening. Because if you get with somebody and you talk about what's happening and how you don't believe this government, it's you're creating a resistance. World War III question. They are growing COVID in floods. The main reason is animals. They will start by feeding animals mRNA. Yeah, they're already doing it with vegetables. Again, that's another thing we covered on the show. They're putting in vegetables too. And that piece of crap sweater wearing Bill Gates. What a loser. That guy's such a loser. That guy never got laid in high school, and now we're paying for it. Same thing with Dr. F there. What a loser. These guys, I mean, these guys must have got their butts kicked in high school, left, right, and center. Woo! Protesting is protestant, Mike. Martins, what are your issues with protesting in America? Anti-government. I love protesting. Protesting is good. Like protesting, true protesting. Protesting the right things. That whole BLM stuff was a bunch of garbage. That was a front. It was all during because again, America's went through that election, and they needed a way to derail things there as much as possible. But midterms are coming to America, so watch out. Americans better watch that. People are asking, how come you haven't ran away to America? They're going into a midterm election in America. You saw what happened in the last one. This one's going to be worse. They had all those riots going on, so people couldn't go to those because they already knew nobody was going to go to those rallies for Joe Biden. Nobody was going to go to Joe Biden rallies. Nobody. So they wanted to shut it down so people won't see on TV how many people were at Trump rallies. I'm not pro-Trump. I'm just telling you. They did every angle possible to shut this shit down. And they're going to do it again this year in the United States because of this midterm piece of shit election. And that's going to ruin. And anyone that questions the elections in America is considered a terrorist now. So anyone that questions the integrity of their elections is a criminal. Anyone that questions their system is a criminal, right? January 6th, bad BLM riots. We got the Democrats were already going to lose midterms. It's gotten worse. I don't even think 8 million people voted for Biden, guys. And I told you this when I announced Amerifornia. Biden was selected. A Biden selection, a presidential selection, what now? Remember that video I did exactly like a year and a month ago? It's going to get bad in America. It's going to get really bad. I don't care who won the election. The fact of the matter is, it was cheated completely. And if you believe that it's transparent and real, then you got something up here you need to get reprogrammed there. Biden's approval rating is less than 18%. Wonder how long this lockdown is going to last in Ontario. They say 3 weeks. No, they're actually saying April 11th. Somebody's saying, I definitely don't want Trump back forcing the vax too. Exactly. Oh, well, Trump is a traitor too. Trump had a chance to be that black sheep. He was. The media was against him. And the more the media was against him, the better job you would think he would be doing, right? But, you know, you got to remember who's controlling those guys, right? Those guys are controlled, right? And there's a level of guys. And then you have the guys above them, like the Rothschilds, the Vanderbilts, the Illuminati. But then there's somebody above those guys that you'll never know about in your life, that you'll never see and never know of their existence. It's those guys you have to worry about. Civil War Armageddon question. Is America Joe Biden bad president? You know what? America needs to pull up its socks. Because we, in Canada, we are an autonomous region of China in Canada. We have a lot of Chinese influence here in Canada. The Chinese have taken over a lot of our manufacturing, has taken over a lot of our minerals. The Chinese has pretty much taken over almost every industry. Now they're going to buy our telecom companies. They're going to buy our oil companies. They've already been buying oil companies in Alberta. And that's communism. That's the problem we're facing here in Canada. We are full autonomous region of China. America needs to keep that in mind. America needs to keep that in mind. Remember when Trump said, I got the vaccine going. Remember, I was one who got it done. I was the one who got it done. Canada needs to stand up on its own. Stop letting China, Britain, and America rule us. Yeah, we need to get rid of our crown land. Once the Queen of England allows Canadians to live on their land, then I think there will be a shift. There will be a movement in affordable land across the country. When they call the next variant Chuck Norris variant, that's when you really got to worry. The Chuck Norris ball juice variant. Love you, family, love, hate relationship. What do you think? You think all going togetherness? Well, we have no choice. Remember what Abraham Lincoln said is what he said. A house divided is just, we just won't make it. You know, we need to unite. I got land in my yard. I'll sell you for $6 million. Ball juice. Okay, what is this? A lot of people faking like not vaccinated, but is. Yeah, I know. I heard a lot of people are telling people that they don't got the ball juice, right? But they really did take the ball juice, right? Right now in Quebec, I think, and Israel and a couple other places now, that you need to have 3 jabs for your passport to be valid. And now in Israel, they're mandating 4 jabs now, coming next week. Mandated to have all 4 jabs for your passport to be completely valid, right? So, mental health question is at this China COVID. When you run out of money, join them, Florina. They will never take the guns. They won't take things away from Americans. I'm worried about Canada. Trudeau is coming for the firearms. He's coming for everything. 3 jabs to go to the liquor store in Quebec. That's right. Yes, I did live in Toronto at one time. I used to live in a predominantly Italian area when I was a kid growing up. And until after high school, I pretty much dodged Canada as much as possible after high school. I lived in Florida for 5 years and changed. I was in Cuba for 6 months. I was in Dominican Republic for like 4 months. I don't know. I was a bit to almost every state in the lower 48. Yeah. You don't need to have the guns. Then if you don't want them, I do. Hopeless don't even have phones. What? Hopeless don't even have phones. How they're gonna get a passport? What did the Russian lady say to that dummy? Stop your baby babbling. Guys, you know, the Roxon Road entrance is open for illegal crossers. In Canada, there's about 3 ways to come into Canada illegally. The Trudeau government opened the entrance for illegal. My friend has a tow truck company business, and my friend expanded out there by the U.S.-Canada border, picking up cars, 3 to 4 cars every hour. That's being abandoned on the American side. So people are abandoning their vehicles and they're crossing into Canada illegally. So our southern borders fully open for people to come in illegally. Canadian government has opened the border for illegal migrants to come into Canada. But there's a ton of cars. There's a ton of cars. My friend that drives one of the tow trucks is Mexican. He told me, yo, la gente está dejando los coches atirados en la frontera de Estados Unidos y Canadá. Está tirados. Like, people are just throwing their cars at the border and walking across and abandoning their phones because a lot of them have debt. A lot of people in Canada a lot of people in America are very heavily in debt, and they're coming to Canada. They're abandoning everything and restarting from fresh. And that's something that's been happening for a while now here in Canada, where we have an open border for illegal migrants. I think if you're of a European descendants or something, I think they just send you back to Europe. I don't think they want you in Canada. But anyways, I'm just waiting for my son to come out of hockey here. Greetings from Penticton. How you doing, buddy? Good News Bear is saying it's all about the destruction of North. Yeah, of course, it has been. It's about displacing the working class that built the infrastructure and replacing them with other people. Prison Country says Jackson. Pergrosso says passports are permanent. Get we take Roxham out of this country. You're stuck wherever you are. That's true. Our oil and gas is America's oil and gas. Hey, buddy. How you doing? So that's that right there in a nutshell. So I'm outside freezing, waiting for my son to come because I'm not allowed because I'm not I don't have the ball juice to go in and see my son play. I'm the only guy here that's not that hasn't taken the ball juice. All right. Wow, we got over 100 people watching. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Guys, if you really want to watch a real show, tune into Mike in the Night on Odyssey. I can't talk about it on here. I can't talk about what we actually really talk about. And unfortunately, it will just shut me down in a heartbeat here. You go, Mike, says Culdros. Pierre Grosso in the house. Jackson Jacob is saying, what's Jackson Jacob saying? Good for you. You are in the elite 10% of the unvaxxed. Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm outside. I can't go inside because I'm gonna make a lot of people sick. Get a fake pass. Next year it will be 1% ball juice. Yeah, no, it's ball juice. We're gonna call the new variant hobo ball cheese variant. No. Hobo ball cheese juice. No, hobo ball cheese variant. Good. God. Joe Biden crap. Good job, Mike. Keep up the videos. Just get a saline fox shot. We got Mike on Wednesday and Saturday, and now the unofficial trapped outside the hockey rink on Mondays. You on Rumble, Mike? No, I Rumble is a very unique platform. They delete videos, and they're only looking for big YouTubers that are leaving. They don't. The small guy does not get no. Like on Odyssey, I'm averaging about 12,000 views per week on Odyssey, and with less than 700 subscribers on Odyssey. But on YouTube, I have 14,000 subs, I think. Don't quote me on that. And I don't even get 3,000 views a week. So the throttling. Rumble does the same thing. Rumble, I could put up 1 million videos showing how to cure cancer or showing what is what or what's happening. They just won't. I have videos on Rumble that I put up that don't even have 1 view. So Rumble doesn't work for me. Rockfin, I applied. They said I don't qualify. They said I need to have one, or I think it was one of those platforms that say I need to have one social media site with more than 100,000 subscribers, and I do. My Facebook page has 115,000 followers on my Facebook page, on my fan page. Rumble is Canadian owned. Should we be concerned? Is Rumble Canadian owned? I know they're trading on the NYSE, on the NASDAQ, I think. Mike, where did you hear about the extended lockdowns in Ontario? I want the gym to reopen, damn it. Oh, somebody was telling me that the other day, that they're looking at waiting till springtime to do that. So they're saying like March 20 or something, or 25th. Because the premier there, Mr. Mobility, Doug Ford. Yeah. So I'm out here in the cold. Everyone's juiced up. Probably in 2023, I'll be the 1%. I've got You gotta get your booster to go in the gym. Government hate China, yes. Canada government, no, Canada government loves China. Like, again, we are an autonomous region of China here in Canada. Huge, 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 huge. Goodbye, Ontario. Watch my last video. If you're just joining us, I don't know why there's a lot of random people jumping on this that have never been on this live stream before. Go look at my last channel, and there should be a link to my Odyssey there if you guys want to follow me on Odyssey. That's where we really talk with Mike in the Night. Pure blood for life. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. Hey! See ya! There's my son.
I run faster. I run faster.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's my son. I'm picking him up from hockey. Did you score a goal?
I'm running. We did a drill.
Oh, drills.
Like drills. Like we all around with parks and you know these for your skate, and like I'm round and around.
Oh, so you're doing going around and around, eh?
And then I went faster.
So there it is, folks.
And then my skate guards by myself.
You put your skate guards on by yourself?
That one.
Whoa. All right, guys. I'm going to take my son home, and we're going to watch some old movies. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Go over to Odyssey if you want to see some real programming. You're not going to see nothing here on YouTube. It's a waste of time. Thanks, guys, for joining the discussion. Lots of love. I'll see you guys on the flip side Wednesday night, Mike in the Night Live. You going to watch Mike in the Night, Antonio? Yeah. All right, guys. God bless. I'll see you on the flip side. Thanks so much, eh? I have spoken.